I'd like to call the Miami Valley Communications Council Board meeting on Wednesday, November 15th, 2023 to order. If you'd all join me with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you. Could I get a roll call?
Joanne Rao.
Here.
Bob Scott. Bob Scott.
His iPad's here.
Michelle Collins.
Here.
Sarah Thacker.
Here.
Don Burchett.
Here.
Rob Stevens.
Here. Great.
And Stephen Harden.
I'm present then.
I'm sorry.
All right. Excellent. Need approval of the July 19th, 2023 board meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Great, thank you. Okay. Next up, real quick, we have some legislation. Resolution 2023-005 to express appreciation to Brad Townsend for his years of public service and support of the Miami Valley Communications Council. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, wonderful. Just real quick, just to highlight a few things that are on that resolution. Brad began his career in public service in 1982. He was out in Illinois. Looks like, and I'm paraphrasing, obviously. I'm not going to hit you with all the whereases right now. But he was Springboro's assistant city manager from 1990 to 96 and Carlisle's city manager from 96 to 2007. And he's been the West Carrollton city manager since 2007. So he's had a long tenure, and I believe it's 41 years he's been in public service. And we wish Brad all the best and success in his retirement. I'm assuming it's a full retirement and he's not going to move on to do something else. But if he is, whatever it is, we wish him all the best and appreciate all his support. I've been involved in this organization for, 4 or 5 years now, at least on a regular basis. And his name definitely comes up as a participating city manager that really gets involved and has helped out the previous executive director, of course, Jay. And we appreciate all the city manager's support. So we wish Brad all the best and Brad's successor as well. So we hope everything moves nice and smooth in West Carrollton. So thank you again, Brad. Okay, old business. Jay.
Yes, real quickly, Mr. Chairman. Today is the last day for Oakwood residents to opt into the aggregation program. There are about 1,000 accounts right now, which is pretty good. That's about a 30% participation level. Typically with these opt-in programs, you get about 15 to 20% participation, so Oakwood is doing very well with 30%. There were aggregation ballot initiatives approved at the Village of New Lebanon and also the City of Monroe in Butler County. Both of those communities are going to join our program, and that will happen sometime during the first quarter of 2024. So when those two communities join, we will have almost 70,000 accounts in our program. So that's excellent news.
Great news. Thank you, Jay. And information on the municipal facility electric aggregation program.
Right. This is a program that we really don't talk much about, but it has been around since 2011, and we've got 23 cities involved in this, MVCC, and then Wright Library in Oakwood. And what they did back in 2011, this covers all the municipally owned facilities. So to the extent that a community has either wastewater or water treatment plants, city buildings, recreation centers, anything owned by the city is covered under this aggregation program. and it's very much separate and distinct from the aggregation program we just created for residents and small businesses. We have a current contract right now in effect with IGS. They are our energy supplier, and that is due to expire in May. So a couple of months ago, the IGS representatives approached me and said, market conditions are favorable right now. We would suggest that we go ahead and look at renewing this contract. And so we got that group together, all the participating communities, along with the IGS officials, and they came to the unanimous conclusion that they wanted to continue to work together. So we're working towards that right now. We're looking at a program that's going to become effective in June of 2024 when this current contract expires, and run through December of 2026. So if you take the aggregation rate that we receive from IGS and compare it to the rate that AES is currently charging, their market rate, this group is going to realize a savings of roughly $4.9 million per year over the life of this agreement. So we're talking substantial monies here that the communities are saving. Out of those 23 communities that are participating, 15 will realize 6 figures in annual savings. So again, it's substantial, the savings, and again, just another good example of collaboration, and in this case, saving millions of tax dollars while we're at it. So I just wanted to share that with you and let you know that we've got the aggregation program here for residents and small businesses, and then we have the second aggregation program that covers all the facilities. So everybody hopefully is saving some money out there.
Wonderful. That's a great report. Love to hear that. Okay. Yeah, on the fly.
Yep.
I think I'll do it on the fly. Okay. Now, before our chair comments, I'm going to head on up here real quick. Paraphrase again. Okay. So here's what happened. We've had 2 MVCC board members and our special guest, our city manager, get attacked by some local traffic, and we're a little delayed today. So, Mr. Townsend, I don't think you know that we already did the resolution honoring you, but we are going to backtrack a little bit and use the words of yours truly to, we'll just paraphrase a little bit and ask you to come on up here and join us, and you can hear what I said already. I'll repeat myself a little bit, but we can't control traffic. It's kind of like we can't control those aggregate rates. We can just try to save as much as we can. So great to see you. Thank you for coming, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. So as I mentioned, Brad started in 1982 out in Illinois, came to Springboro, Carlisle. I gave you the details there, and he's been in West Carrollton since 2007. And I know the city of West Carrollton has been very well taken care of since that time. And instead of reading all of this, I just want to focus on a couple comments that were here. Brad Townsend has been a longstanding and active participant in the GovTech Committee. And Brad Townsend's 41 years of public service were characterized by dedication, integrity, the ability to work effectively with elected officials, and a commitment to do what was the best interest of West Carrollton's citizens and businesses. And that right there really sums up what we all do, is really try to support our communities in different, as a city manager and as a council member. So I'd just like to congratulate Brad again and ask you if you'd like to make any comments.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
Thanks. I've actually been associated with this organization for most of my tenure here in Ohio. When I came from Illinois, I came as the assistant city manager in Springboro. Bill Colville hired me, and so on occasion, when he was doing something else, he let me come to the GovTech meetings back then when it was Dave Fell and Bob Walker, and I met Jay then, and so I think we're the last dying ones that remember those guys back then. So this is obviously, we've always considered, and we know that MVCC is the model for a council of governments, and it's got many more years left. So, and I thank you for recognizing my service. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Brad, we'll get that framed for you. Okay?
Okay.
Please don't stay.
Okay. Always on the fly. You know, you got to be able to go on the fly. So,
It's going to be tough.
okay. I do not have any comments at this time for this first meeting, as we will obviously be going into a second meeting here shortly. So, can I get a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right. Now we will move right into, look at that, ahead of schedule. Called for 4:20, but we will call to order the MVCC board meeting Wednesday, November 15th at 4:15 p.m. Like to do a roll call for this meeting, please.
Joanne Rao,
Here.
Bob Scott, Michelle Collins,
Here.
Sarah Thacker,
Here.
Don Burchett,
Here.
Rob Stevens,
Here.
and Stephen Harding.
Here. And Brian.
Up and Brian.
And Brian Wofsy,
Brian
yes.
Wofsy.
Okay. Excellent. We are represented well today. Okay. We've got some resolutions to talk about in our legislation here, and Jay will comment on a few of these because a few things have changed, and he'll give us some updated details. But I'd like to get a motion on Resolution 2023-002, adopting the 2024 MVCC budget and making appropriations.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Next up, the Resolution 2023-003. Jay, you want to comment on this? This is adopting an amended pay scale for MVCC employees.
Yes, most of our employees are at the top end of their wage scale because they've been here a long number of years. So this represents their annual COLA increase. We did a survey of 20 communities in the area about a month ago, shared that with all of the cities, and if you average all of those numbers together, it came out to about 2.96% or thereabouts. So that's where we came up with our 3% number. We think that's a reasonable increase, and that would go into effect for the first pay period right after the first of the year.
Excellent. So, motion for Resolution 2023-003.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Moving on to our final resolution. This is the Resolution 2023-004, adopting a resolution authorizing the Executive Director to enter into an agreement with United Healthcare for medical insurance benefits for the 2024 benefit calendar year. Jay?
I think if you ask any city manager, any school superintendent, any small business owner, any large business owner, what keeps them up at night, name three things. I got to believe that health insurance, the cost of health insurance, renewals, those kinds of things would probably be in their top three, and obviously we are no different. When Sheila was working on the budget for 2024, we had put in for a 15% premium increase. Our renewal came back at 20%, and we told our broker that we wanted them to go out on the market and see what other options might be out there. So they did. Unfortunately for us, we've got a very small group. We've got 13 people in the group. We've got high utilization, and we've got high prescription drug costs. So, as Rob would tell you, being in the insurance business, it's not a very attractive book of business for an insurer. So when we went out on the market, we had one insurer who declined a quote, and we had two insurers who gave us quotes, but the quotes were even more than the 20% increase that was being passed along by United Healthcare. We are currently in a program that is offered through the Ohio Chamber of Commerce. It's called MIWA. And so they've got a number of carriers. United Healthcare is one of them, and that's who we're currently with. So we took a look at some of the other United Healthcare coverages provided through the MEWA program, and we're going with a program that has a little bit higher deductible than what we currently have. As a result of that, we've brought that increase from around 20% down to about 10.6%. And so that is our recommendation to the board, that you give me authorization to enter into that contract with United Healthcare. That contract coincides with the calendar year, so it'll be from January 1st through the end of December next year. You know, it's very frustrating for employers going through this process every year, and then it's extremely frustrating for employees as well, because they never know what to expect. They never know, how much more money is going to be coming out of their pockets. So it's not a positive experience for anyone. I just wish that with these smaller programs like what we have, there are other options out there, but quite frankly, there aren't. And this MEWA program is the best thing we have right now in terms of having options that we can look at. If we went out on the market like we just did by ourselves, there's almost nobody who's going to be interested in our business. So I guess I'm just expressing to you some of the frustrations that we deal with here, and the fact that this isn't, the part of the job that we all look forward to, but obviously we have to do this, and we do the best we can with the funds we have available. So again, I'm recommending that we go with this United Healthcare program through MIA with slightly larger deductibles than what we currently have.
And a 10.6 increase.
10.6.
Right, which is a lot better than 20%. So
A lot better than 20%.
I'm good with that. In today's market, because most of them are well above 10%, the renewals I'm seeing. So can I get a motion for Resolution 2023-004?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No? Thank you. Okay. Now moving on to new business. Mr. Wofsig, we talked about appointments for next year on the chair and vice chair.
Yes, sir. Nominating committee met October 20th. Our own Stephen Harding, our current vice chair, has agreed to stay on.
I agree.
As chair.
I was told. Yeah.
For a 2-year term starting January 2024. And since she's not here to defend herself, although she did agree, there were multiple people in the room.
Witnessed.
Evidence.
Lisa Duvall has also agreed to serve as vice chair for a 2-year term for the same time frame.
Yeah, Stephen Harding of Springboro and Lisa Duvall of Kettering. So that's wonderful. It'd be great leadership moving forward. So it is great.
I'm glad you have faith.
I do have faith. I'll also
Appreciate
still be
that.
here, so I'll be
Okay,
watching
well,
you.
That's
Yes.
good. That's good.
And do we need a motion for that?
I believe so, yes. So can I get a motion for Stephen to be the 2024 chair and Lisa to be the 2024 vice chair for a 2-year period?
I will
Make
make that motion.
Brian makes the motion. Second, I believe, was Joanne.
Sure.
Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed besides Stephen? No opposed. Great. So moved. Thank you. Okay. Speaking of Mr. Harding, looks like you have a presentation.
Yes. Well, Jay gave me an hour. And he said, well, you got to say something really nice about Rob. And I said, well, okay, we're done.
That won't take long.
Actually, I said maybe we make this a roast or something. It'd be a little bit better for him. But
More appropriate.
in all seriousness, I know today's probably a happy day for you since you had 2 meetings in one and this is your last one. But, over the last couple of years, obviously you've dedicated your time here with the MVCC and everybody and all the member cities and that. So, with everything, we'd like to give you a little token. And it says, in grateful appreciation for your outstanding leadership, dedication, and support of the MVCC. So, Rob Stevens, we thank you. You still get to go to lunch with me, right? Yeah.
We're doing a photo op later. Photo op.
I finally want to photo.
Get a
I
wide
did my hair.
lens for the two of us. We need a wide lens. Michelle's got it. Michelle, you want to do that real quick?
Yeah.
Here, we can
Yes.
do this.
Yeah.
One close up. Well, guys. Great.
I was smiling.
I like that. I'm usually the largest guy in a photo, but I'm standing next to him. He's a big man. All right. Thank you very much. That's wonderful. I really appreciate it. Real quick, I don't have a lot to say. I've always thanked everyone who's worked here, and I do want to thank the fellow board members. And my favorite part of this job is that I get to meet other council members from other cities. So that's why I really enjoy this job, because there's so many people behind the scenes that do all the hard work. Obviously, I want to thank Jay and his staff. They're wonderful. The city managers, they do all the hard work. We show up once a month and just kind of oversee everything. We have to, read some things and ask some good questions, but, they're the ones doing all the hard work. So it makes this job as chairman simple. And I've enjoyed my 2 years. I've enjoyed my time on this. I was an alternate for a long time and then became the full-time. And then, kind of like Stephen, I was told to become the chairman, which is not a hard thing. It's not a difficult thing. It's just obviously we all have a lot going on, but I've enjoyed it, and I'm actually looking forward to continuing on. For at least for another 2 years on the board, unless someone tells me I can't come back. Jay, can I come back, Jay?
That's not my decision.
Well, if you're the only one holding me back. Michelle says I can come back. I'll listen to
Sound like
Michelle.
a motion in January, yeah.
You're not in charge yet. You can't. I'm coming back. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it, and thank you for the plaque. That's wonderful. Okay, Jay, any executive director
My only
comments?
comments would be that I want to thank you, Rob, for your leadership over the last 2 years, for your support of me and the rest of the staff here at MVCC. We really appreciate that, and it means a lot. And, while the 2 years goes pretty quickly, I was just looking, we got some pretty significant things done over the last 2 years. We finished up phase 2 of the fiber ring, which is certainly a big deal. It took 20 years, but we were finally able to get together and purchase a much-needed armor vehicle for use by the SWAT team, so that was a significant accomplishment as well. Obviously, this electric aggregation program was a pretty heavy lift. It got accomplished. A lot of people are benefiting from that. And I believe that probably out of that we'll also do a natural gas aggregation program as well. There's an RFP going out here shortly, and hopefully a few months down the road we'll have announcements about that. So I just wanted to say, Rob, that during your tenure we got some significant things accomplished, and again we appreciate your leadership and support.
Thank you, Jay.
And friendship.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, and I just, I'm proud of all that, and like I said, the staff here and the city managers are the ones doing all the hard work, and, I just like to leave an organization better than, when I got here, and I just, want to keep improving, and I think this group can continue to improve over the years, so that's what makes this place good. And actually, Mr. Townsend made a great comment about it's a great example of communities working together, to accomplish some good things. And I'm proud to be a part of it. So thank you again. Thank you for those kind words, Jay. Do we have any board comments or community updates from anyone?
Well, I'll just say is that now you made me have bigger shoes to fill, and I hope you sandbagged to save a couple good things for the next 2 years. So you can't say, hey.
We'll have some things to work on.
Amen.
Yeah.
It's gotta,
Document
good
those
things.
greatest
Yes.
2 years ever.
Right, that's what I'm.
I don't know about that, but yes, thank you. Stephen, you'll do fine.
Ever been impeached like right away?
Stop, okay? Anything else? That's obviously Springboro's comments. Yes, Michelle.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
It has been a pleasure serving under you, and I can look forward to continuing to serve with you on this board. Some of you may have heard this is the 45th year of the Miamisburg Turkey Trot. It is, of course, on Thanksgiving Day. You can still sign up online. I think it's $45 now. There's many great things about the turkey trot, but the greatest thing is usually the shirt or the hoodie that you get, and I've seen this year's. That's awesome. Everything opens up in Miamisburg at 7 a.m. and about 10,000 people descend on the city and look for places to park, and it is great fun, and by noon everyone's home. So if you're looking for something to do Thanksgiving morning and burn some calories, come to Williamsburg.
There you go.
That's an awesome event. I mean,
It
it's
is.
been years since I've been there, but we've been,
It
Yes.
is.
but we've missed, we've had many of a delayed dinner. because-
Oh, yeah, we
to
do.
make sure we could accommodate
Yes.
all the runners.
We now have an evening
our family.
dinner because of it. So.
Yeah, I've participated as well. It's a great event.
Yeah.
Good route and wonderful people. It's
Yes.
a great
Yeah.
event, yes.
Yeah.
Fun.
And if you're not going to participate, I live on the route, and it is quite entertaining to watch. So
Oh,
if you want to just come down and watch, it's worth it.
parade of people. There it is.
The
Yes.
costumes are fabulous.
Uh-huh.
The ones people run in are fabulous. We have a guy that runs in scuba gear and flippers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Scuba Steve.
Scuba Steve.
It is.
Is it you?
You make me tempted now.
All right. Excellent.
I will have to mention, we do have our Uptown Holiday Walk this weekend. So Friday night, there's an actual musical concert over there at Town Hall. And then Sunday's the tree lighting. And there's also a walk around the town. There's, shops will be open, restaurants will be open. There's a little vendor village, so come on out.
And you also have then Christmas in Springboro too, and on Saturdays the parade at noon, and MVCC is always broadcasting it. So
So many great things.
Wonderful. Great time of
And
year.
ours is December 2nd.
Yes, we don't start Christmas in Williamsburg until December
Good.
After Thanksgiving.
See,
because of the turkey trot.
this is why I've always liked Miamisburg. I am that.
Traditionalist.
Well, Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday, so that's why I like Thanksgiving. And I got people putting up Christmas decorations already. I'm like, no,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
till you get through Thanksgiving. It's like Halloween.
Yes.
You can get you blend a
Day
little
after
fall
Thanksgiving,
items,
then you
but
can put
after
your tree out.
yeah, let's just slow down on the Christmas stuff. That's all right. That's wonderful. Okay. Anything else? No? Okay. Saying that, I'd like to wish everyone in the room, since we are not meeting in December, I'd like to wish everyone in the room and watching at home a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays to all. Let's have a wonderful 2024, and I will adjourn the meeting on that. Happy New Year.